everyone, my name is Unknown680, and welcome to a brand new and quite frankly long overdue video. Now, as you've obviously seen by the title, this video is really just going to be a simple update video in which I'll basically be talking to you guys about quite a few lingering thoughts and topics that I've really wanted to let you all know of and really just to get off my chest about for quite some time now. Unfortunately, due to some factors both within my control and out of my control, I haven't really been able to have that sense of courage or motivation to really make any videos before. And unfortunately, I haven't really had the time to either. And I'll basically be explaining exactly what I mean in more detail as we go along in the video. Overall, in this video, I'm basically going to be talking to you guys about a few things. Why I haven't been uploading any videos, what I've been doing this summer instead of making YouTube videos, the mental struggle I've really been experiencing this summer and how I'm currently recovering from it, a new epiphany that I've actually had recently that's allowing me to think much more positively about my life once again, and finally, what lies in store for me, my channel, my community, and my real life in the foreseeable future. So without further ado, let's begin. To start off, I feel as though it's best that I address the blatantly obvious elephant in the room. That being that I haven't uploaded any videos whatsoever since January. And even then, I only uploaded my two-part subscriber specials way back when I had only 200 subscribers. This obviously hasn't really been the first time that I've taken a long break either. In reality, I've really taken a break from consistently uploading videos on a weekly schedule for actually a little more than a year now, with very minimal explanation, if any. Yes, I have made a few update videos here and there, as well as brief messages in the past regarding my inactivity on the channel. However, I personally feel as though every single time I decide to take the time to record one of these update videos, I've always had the mentality and belief that I could simply get right back into making videos on a consistent basis right away, or in the near future with little to no problems whatsoever. Obviously, the reality was that this has unfortunately not been the case in this past year, as there's always been this great influence in other aspects of my life that has taken some time away from video creation, whether it be because of a busy schedule, lots of homework and studying, obviously during my time in school, not during the summer of course, a lack of motivation, a lack of time, other priorities, and an overall quite an unhealthy mental state, being by far the largest factor of it all. As I've mentioned before in past videos and past updates, I really want to avoid trying to force out content, and this is mainly because to me, it really doesn't come across as truly genuine and as passionate as I would like to. And in my personal opinion, I feel like the content is also quite rushed as well. It really makes all the aspects of a video much less enjoyable both to create for me and to watch for you guys, and I never want to put you guys ever in that position, and I really hope you guys do understand that. So that's really the main reason why I haven't been uploading videos for quite some time, and I really just have no idea whether or not I'll be able to upload videos more consistently in the future, because every time I try to force myself to upload consistently, it almost always doesn't work due to some factors both within and beyond my control. Next, I'll be speaking to all you guys about what I've been doing recently instead of making videos for all of this time. It's clear to me now that I've spent quite a lot of time with other priorities instead of YouTube. I haven't really been prioritizing YouTube as much as I would like to. I'm not really going to say as much as I should because obviously making YouTube videos is just a side hobby for me, and if I'm lucky enough to morph it into somewhat of a career, that's great, but obviously this isn't going to be the primary thing I'm going to be focused on. Obviously, I have other priorities in life as well. So, as mentioned before, there are just so many factors that need to be taken into account as to why I haven't been really able to make videos whatsoever. So, back during my time in school, basically throughout all of my 2017 to 2018 school year, I've dedicated a lot of time to studying and homework as I highly value my academics. Academics is one of my top priorities above all else. So obviously, there's a lot of time that I spend setting aside to make sure that I keep my grades up, work to the best of my ability, and really just to keep my mind sharp, as I really don't want to become complacent with what there is to learn, because I feel as though the longer I spend just complacent and not really learning anything, I find it quite difficult to adjust myself back into the learning routine once again. And not only that, in terms of this next school year, I'm gonna have to apply myself even more than I did the last year. So spending 2 months off school, not really learning as much as I'd like to, don't get me wrong, relaxing the mind is extremely important. I just feel as though with my mind being so complacent for 2 months, not being able to learn in a steady pattern, I feel as though I might have difficulties going into my next school year. Even though this might be completely irrational, this is just really the anxiety and stress that I feel when it comes to academics just overall, especially at the beginning of a new school year. Anyways, I was getting a little off track there. Something else that I've also been doing instead of making videos is really just setting some time aside for my real personal life. Because as mentioned last year, I did have to start taking some real responsibility, much more this summer than last one. As I mentioned in my update video literally a year ago, I really needed to set some time aside to focus on some of my bigger priorities in life. Two of those mainly being working towards obtaining my driver's license and eventually trying hard to obtain a real job. Fortunately, I actually was able to obtain my driver's license this summer, so there is that, and I've been currently just trying to practice what little bit I could. Let's just say I have a long way to go when it comes to driving, but it's a really cool experience, and I've been spending a little bit of time just trying to adjust to driving, which is going to be a crucial skill that I'm going to need later on in life, obviously. But unfortunately, I wasn't really able to obtain a job anywhere. I did fill out a lot of applications and sent it out to a lot of places. I actually was able to get into a job interview as well, which is quite exciting and nerve-wracking actually. But fortunately, the interview went quite well, and I felt as though even if I don't obtain any jobs, it's just a really good experience as to what to expect when it comes to an interview. Those are really some of the personal responsibilities that I've needed to obtain in my life. But yeah, I really do need to broaden my horizons, get out more, really explore and enjoy life. Fortunately, I was actually able to spend a lot of great quality time with my family this summer, doing a bunch of various activities as well, and I'm very fortunate to say that I was able to have a fantastic experience. Another thing that I've been doing instead of making videos is really taking in a lot of mental breaks as well. I've really been telling myself to take the mental breaks that I need in order to maintain my mental health. Sometimes what I would do is I would step away from whatever might be stressing me out, take some time to breathe, get a drink of water, go on a small bike ride, taking naps here and there, because let's be honest, who doesn't love naps, right? And pretty much whatever else I needed to do in order to maintain and value my mental health. And honestly, guys, even though some of you may think taking a mental break is a waste of time, trust me, taking a break and taking some time to yourself really does help you, and I'd highly encourage you all to do it more whenever possible. Trust me, you'll be able to live your life day by day so much better if you just take some time to yourself to relax your mind. Because your mental, physical, and emotional health matters so much, more than you could ever imagine. And finally, possibly the most time-consuming reason as to why I've not been making videos is because in addition to all the personal responsibilities I've had, I really just wanted to make sure I have enough time to posting on social media, as well as to chatting with all of you wonderful people on Twitter and Discord. And I'm very happy to say we have had some fantastic times on our server this summer, and I'm very fortunate for all of you for that. Trust me, you all mean so much to me, more than you could ever know. I really do appreciate all the fantastic times we've had together. I've had such an amazing time on Discord with so many amazing people, and I really don't know where I'd be without all of you guys today. So obviously I need to give back to you and chat to you guys where I can on Twitter and Discord. And this also includes managing my own server as well, which is a whole other responsibility in itself. Obviously, me and my staff team, we really try to maintain the environment of the server and just really try to make it the most friendly, welcoming, and supportive place that it can possibly be. Overall, this has really just been quite a repetitive process that I've really had to go through over quite a long period of time. And I feel as though it really has taken out a lot of time for making videos, which itself takes an incredible amount of time for me at least. Everything from getting the right moments to record, which to me I feel as though are just few and far between, then taking the time to put in the effort to edit the video to the best of my ability and make sure I'm happy with the finished product, because I really want to make sure that whatever content I produce on the channel is of the highest quality I can possibly make it, and make it as highly enjoyable for you guys as I possibly can. Moving on, I'm going to be talking to you guys about quite a personal topic of mine that's really been affecting me personally. Probably the most major factor as to why I haven't really been uploading videos is really because of the unhealthy mental state that I've been having for quite some time now, especially during the summer. Too often during my time away from making videos, I always say that I'm really busy and that I don't really have a lot of time. The reality is, I've actually had quite a lot of free time in which I could have spent making those videos. However, it was really my mental state that wasn't really in a healthy position most of the time, unfortunately. I've really felt quite a few negative emotions, such as feeling sad, feeling angry, frustrated, conflicted, even scared at sometimes, and just some other emotions of the sort. And all these emotions that I've been feeling, they really have discouraged me from having the motivation and drive to make the videos. Obviously, I want to ensure that I'm in a good mood and have the energy to record, as well as the passion and dedication to see the whole video through and record from start to finish in the most passionate way that I can. as I really do want to immerse myself in the videos I produce, as to once again ensure the highest quality for you guys, because you guys are the best and only deserve the best. My main problem is that with the type of content I produce, that being gameplay commentaries, unfortunately I haven't really been able to be in that positive, motivated mindset that I feel as though is needed to record a good video and really give the passionate commentary and gameplay that I used to. Back almost 2 years ago, when I was able to upload weekly and to be passionate about the videos I recorded. And I really just don't ever want to force myself to make a video in that negative mindset, as it would really produce a product that isn't very genuine, almost feels kind of faked, and I feel like as though I'd be kind of pretending to be happy when I'm really not, and therefore it would not be of the quality you all deserve, and honestly I wouldn't feel good uploading the video. I feel as though I need to feel good throughout the entire duration of the video making process, from recording to editing to uploading. I want to make sure that I'm in a good mood, positive mentality, and in a determined state of mind in order to really enjoy creating the videos from start to finish. That's something I haven't really been able to experience recently, and overall I feel as though the mental struggle I've been having in my time away from YouTube, especially during summer, is by far the main reason why I unfortunately wasn't really able to upload any videos. Fortunately though guys, despite the quite unhealthy mindset that I've really had for most of my break away from YouTube, and the fact that I had so many doubts and conflicting behavior within myself for many different things, I promise you all that I've always held on to hope. Even though at times when I did feel completely hopeless, I always had that feeling in the back of my mind that I shouldn't let go and I should always remain hopeful. And I feel as though it's very important to remain hopeful and really look towards a better future, even if it seems as though everything is stacked against you. You feel as though you're backed into a corner, into a darkened mind with seemingly no way out. It's really important to remain hopeful and always believe that things can get better, as I believe it's really the mentality you have towards life that really plays probably one of the most major roles as to what's to come in your future. So for example, if someone consistently believes that they'll never really be able to make a difference and that they won't really matter in life, unfortunately that's really setting yourself on quite a destructive path, as your thoughts really can't become your actions. And if you always just think about yourself in a negative mindset, then unfortunately that may be where you're going in life until you're really able to find yourself once again and make a change. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you should never have a negative mindset, because obviously that's just not humanly possible and not quite realistic either. Obviously we're going to have some very tough times throughout our lives where we feel really discouraged and disheartened to really push forward at times, but it's very important, at least in the back of your mind, know that it won't last forever, because it really won't. Even if it lasts a few months or years, trust me, I've been in that same place myself as well, where I've been experiencing quite a negative mindset for a few years. Trust me, things will get better. And trust me, once you really are able to find yourself and work your way back towards a positive and bright future, trust me, a positive attitude really does go a long way. Someone with a positive mentality who looks forward to the future and is willing to put in the effort alongside that positive attitude. Because remember guys, I know so many people say having a positive attitude won't get you far. What I have to say to that is, a positive attitude is simply a necessary and crucial step towards a better future, but it's not the only thing you need to do. Far from it actually, but it all starts with the positive attitude and the mentality to look within yourself and try to create more of a positive, loving change in whatever way you can. And it really helps you in order to make a difference, even if it's to make your difference with yourself or with others. It's the positive attitude that really motivates you to go out and do great things. And once you do finally obtain the positive attitude you need, all you need to do then is go ahead and do it. No matter how difficult things may seem, I promise you all that things do get better. And I really truly mean that. And it's not just a cliche, I really do mean that. I'll give you an example of my own, which actually ties into what I've been going through this summer as well. And that being towards the new epiphany that I've actually had recently. Towards the end of the summer, in the past few weeks, I've recently had quite a huge revelation with the mentality that not only does having a positive attitude help you get far in life, which it really can by the way, not only that, I've recently had a revelation in terms of the people you surround with, as I really do follow the philosophy of basically whoever you surround yourself with in life will play another huge factor as to where you'll be going in life. So for example, if you really surround yourself with negative people all the time, you really start to develop a negative mindset and you might unfortunately become a person who you don't want to be. However, if you choose to surround yourself with positive people who always try to bring out the best in you and motivate you, you'll feel encouraged and enlightened to do great things for both yourself and for others once again. So in relation addition to me, this mentality really reminded me of who I once was, particularly last summer, where last summer, for the first time ever, I surrounded myself with really positive communities, and really for the first time ever, I felt as though I truly belonged and mattered. And overall, this resulted in my last summer being by far the best one of my life, as if I was finally able to connect with people who I could relate to and would soon go on to establish great relationships with. Unfortunately, I haven't really been able to do that this summer for some factors both within and beyond my control, but I really felt as though once I really did have this revelation, I knew that I needed to get back to my roots and assert myself more with the communities who bring out the best in one another, rather than distancing myself from them, which was probably one of the biggest mistakes and regrets that I made during the summer. I didn't really surround myself with the positive communities that I needed to surround myself by during the time when I had an unhealthy mentality, and yeah, I feel as though that was probably one of the biggest mistakes and regrets that I made. But, as the saying goes, we all learn from our mistakes, and it's important that we need to take our mistakes as learning experiences to help better ourselves for the future. And it's important that we always, and I mean always, continue to develop as human beings, both to ourselves and to one another, as there is always something we can all improve on within ourselves, our communities, and even the world at large. Trust me guys, you can do a lot more than you think, or what anyone else thinks. Trust me, everywhere you look, there is so much living proof that there is good in this world, and we really do need to focus on the good, and what we can all do on our small part to help better the future for both ourselves and for others. I have all of you to thank for being such wonderful souls in the communities in which I've been blessed to be a part of, and it's thanks to the incredible amount of love and support from you guys that I was really able to find myself again. With all of you being there for me every step of the way, very happy and extremely proud to call you all my second family. Thank you all immensely for believing in me and supporting me. I really do appreciate it, and I love you all so much, and I promise you that I always will. So overall, that's pretty much all I had to say in terms of updates. Honestly, I'm very relieved that I was able to finally get all these thoughts off my chest, as I felt a video like this was way long overdue. And also, most importantly, yet simply, it's because it's extremely healthy to speak out about your concerns and issues to others, which I'd highly recommend doing despite how difficult it may be. Trust me, it really does help, and it goes a long way towards bettering both your mental and physical health. Now, there's really only one question I have left to answer. What's next? Well, honestly, the short answer is, I have no idea. I have no idea what the future holds in store for both me and all of you amazing people watching this video. With yet another new school year starting for me, marks the start of a new chapter or a new era in my life that I am both excited and nervous about, obviously, as I am quite conscientious that I may not have much more time available in the day to really create and accomplish the things that I'd like to do. And I've really been feeling this way during all of my time off YouTube, during all of my breaks as well. The cycle of dedicating time to studying, making time to complete projects, and really squeezing in whatever time I have left to these personal responsibilities and making time to chat with all of you amazing people on Twitter and Discord really does take a toll on me overall, and really does take out a lot of time that could be spent making videos as well. So from now on, I'm really only going to strictly upload whenever I want to and whenever I can, as I really do need to keep my priorities straight in life. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, YouTube is not my primary responsibility whatsoever. It's really just a side hobby that I just like to do on my spare time whenever possible, and unfortunately it hasn't really been possible recently. So yeah, that's really all I have to say in terms of what's next for the future, except for one thing actually. There's one more thing that I forgot to mention, which is probably one of the greatest discoveries I've ever actually made during the summer. That completely revolutionizes how I can use my computer and how it unlocks a whole new world of possibilities for me to explore. And that being, I've actually figured out how to run Windows 10 on my Mac, as shown by the screenshot here. Yes, you're seeing this correctly. This is not Photoshop. This is a real image that I took, and I posted this on Twitter as well. I was actually able to figure out how to run Windows on my Mac. For years, I have been longing to find an efficient and reliable way to run Windows-exclusive programs on my Mac, both for personal use and for possible future content for the channel. This discovery is really exciting for me personally, as I can really bring new games and new discoveries to the channel that I never really could before, if I so choose to upload, of course. But hey, the opportunity is always there though, and now this is finally possible. Alright, before I wrap this whole video up, I really need to give you all an immense thank you for 600 subscribers, especially despite my plummeting activity on YouTube. I have no idea how I was able to gain 400 plus subscribers over these past few months since my last two videos about reaching 100 and 200 subscribers. I'm incredibly blessed to see that my activity on other platforms and interactions on live streams is also attracting people to my channel left, right, and center. And I simply could not have asked for a better way for people to subscribe to my channel. Don't get me wrong, I'm absolutely thankful if you love watching my videos because of the content. However, the fact that over 400 people have subscribed to my channel solely based on who I am as a person is probably the most genuine relationship that a YouTuber can have with their subscribers, because the interactions between both the YouTuber and the viewers is so incredibly important and mustn't ever be neglected, and I'm so happy that it's not neglected. I'm really not sure if I'll be able to make a special soon to celebrate this milestone, because as mentioned before, I really do need to keep my priorities straight in life, and it's probably going to be something simple if I'm able to, but we'll see. And that's pretty much it, guys. That's really all I have to say. Thank you all so much for everything you've done for me ever since the beginning. Whether you've been a part of my community since the very beginning, joined recently, or anywhere in between, I love you all so much despite anything, and I promise you that I always will continue to love you all, especially when times get tough. I could never have asked for anything better than what you have all given me. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I really hope you all have enjoyed yourselves this summer as well. And as always, guys, peace out.